Good morning, welcome back to casa.texpina. We're on build day number 266 today. Still have the painters and a carpenter on site. And they're doing what they can to get things moving along. Lots of paint to be done, so they're working on that. A little bit later we are expecting our generator install man to come back along with our engineer and electrician. Will be making a site visit as well. I had sent a message to them and asked them to come on and take a look at everything that's being done. So I want both sides to be aware of what's going on here. Let's walk around and see what everybody's working on this morning, and let's get started. Our painters are working on the last of the drawers. So we got a couple drawers here, a couple over here. They're just about ready for paint. I'm doing sanding and macias. And we're already starting to work on lunch. Fresh chicken. First thing this morning. So we're plucking and chucking. Getting ready to start cooking. I came by here this morning, I saw the chicken strapped out here, and I was like, oh look, somebody brought their pet. And they go, nope, that's lunch. Hi. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. You can see some of the remnants here of our electrical dilemma with the generator. I will try my best to explain this here momentarily. Let's finish walking around and see what everybody's working on. Mr. Allen is putting in the strike plate for our smart door lock, and Mr. Ricky, who you saw walk back that way with the striped shirt, and Mr. Stanley are working upstairs in the attic. Up here in the attic, Mr. Stanley, Mr. Jonathan as well, are all up here, and they are starting to work on the floorboards. We're getting all this painted. Putting down a good coat of paint. It's called gray stone. Okay, now to explain this as best as I can with the generator. So we got all the wires hooked up, they're done, but these still got to get put into conduits and then made to look pretty. Okay, the way it was pre-wired, we had these two thick 4 American wire gauge cables run through a conduit and over to the panels. Problem was the generator installer uses a 4-wire setup, not a 2-wire. So when we tried to remove these 2 large cables, we couldn't get them out of the conduit. Could be that the insulation got stuck together, could be that the insulation got stuck to the conduit, could be that the wires are twisted throughout the conduit. It could be a myriad of explanations. Also probably doesn't help that it goes through multiple turns all the way on the way back to the panel. So it goes down here, comes over, does a turn, does a 90-degree turn again here, and then heads back to the generator before doing a turn up into the panel and then across into the manual transfer switch, which is not going to be utilized. We're going to look today with the engineer and the generator installer, see about doing a little bit different install. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. We will watch and show you what I can along the way. So stick with us. We got more fun on generator day, take 3. These guys are moving quickly up here. Getting the paint on the floorboards here in the attic. A little bit of protection on them. Let's go look and see what's on the other side. I think Mr. Stanley was working on the other side of the attic. Yeah. Yep. So he's working his way in here. And just like that, before lunch, we're all done with the painting of our attic floor. It didn't take too long. Looks good. Let it dry and then come back and start hitting the walls and possibly do a second coat. Yeah, because you can still see stripes, so should get a second coat on it. Okay, Mr. Zone has returned. That's our generator installer, and we did have a little bit of an update with the wires being pulled. Our electrician came back this afternoon and was able to pull one of the wires out. So what they're going to do is use the other wire to pull the rest of them the other direction. Instead of pulling from out here and pulling out, what they're going to do is pull from out there to in here, so it'll come through easier. So we're going to get started on this, and our electrician is going to help with that as well. So we'll fill you in as it goes. I think we may be able to get off with using the exact same conduit line that we had before, even with all of the bins. It may be able to work its way through, considering it's smaller cables once we get that big one out. Alright, so with a group effort, we're going to be able to get started here and get the wires pulled in the right direction so that we've got everything going through the existing conduit. I'd rather not have to put in new conduit if we don't have to. So they're getting the wires through first, so they'll be able to pull the wire one direction, and then they'll attach the wires, the cables that we have on this end, and pull them back through the conduit that way. So I will show you how this is completed when it's done, or show you the finished product, let's say that. So I guess apparently last night when we were trying to pull cables, we were pulling in the wrong direction. So they're pulling from the inside out, and then you don't have to worry about the bunch of right hand turns or right angle turns over here on the corner. So they're pulling the old cable out at the same time they're putting pull wires in, so that when this is done, then they'll be able to do the same thing, pull the pull wires through with the yellow cables attached. So we'll be working on this a little bit while Mr. Zon, our generator guy, is figuring out a battery issue. Okay, on this end, we've got the cables going in, so all 4 cables of the new ones are going down the hole. They're being pulled out with the pull wire over here on this side. And we've got our biggest strong man on it. We made sure to feed him extra spinach and Wheaties today. Use a little leverage. Wrap it up, pull the pull wire. Alright, we'll see this one is all the way through here in a minute. Well, while we've been outside working on the generator thing, we've gotten our emergency lights put in, and also, well, it's not in yet, but it's going to be going in. They are going to be putting in a smoke detector required by the local fire department. The city fire protection engineer requires everywhere that there is a light source or smoke source, fire source, yes, that's the flames. The oven, we have to have a smoke detector, so there's going to be one here, and we're also going to put one here in the main kitchen since we have the oven here. It's going to be over here, and then we've also got 2 other emergency lights. One is going to go here. You can see the outlet in the ceiling here, and then the third will be here at the top of the stairs right here, so that if power goes out at night, we can be able to see have lights down the stairs if need be. That's in case all else fails and the generator doesn't work. At least we'll have lights to be able to see how to get down. Alrighty, well, as you can tell, we're not on site anymore. The generator guy left to go get some tools and did not return. As far as the generator goes, I think we're about 85 to 95% solution. Still got to put some of the pieces into play and get it all put together, which means the cables that we ran today, that they were able to run the 4 yellow cables that you saw back into place, are a little short. Right size, now they're short. He had to get extra cable to redo those 4 cables and pull them back through again. Once we get those put into place, then we should be able to hook everything up, put the power back to the control panel, or the power panel that was there on the right hand side, the generator panel, the breaker box, and then be able to do the final testing of a load test. So hopefully we start that early tomorrow. So far, our generator contractors early is anything prior to 5 p.m., which is typically the end of our business day. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hope that 4th time is a charm. I was trying for 3rd time as a charm today, but I think I may have jinxed that when I wrote it down in my notes, but oh well. We will see you guys back again tomorrow for Saturday, build day number 267, and hopefully get the generator done. So if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here, and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon, and God bless.